be here again. And to get another one of your brilliant bags. They give us these bags, you know, for coming on the show. We don't get paid, but we get given a lovely bag. We get given this lovely bag full of, you know, bits of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's the bag that's brilliant. It's the best bag.
Thank you.
I travel with that bag all the time with the tote.
Thank you.
Yes. So,
my favorite part is the vinyl. So I hope you like the vinyl. I always try and pick music people might like, but thank you.
Yeah, I love that bag. So I try and people say, oh, you're Kelly Clarkson. I say, no, I'm not Kelly Clarkson.
Because it says my name on it.
She's a friend of mine.
I like to give my name away on the swag I give, so my name is everywhere. No, that is not on purpose. So wait, you took part in the 80th commemoration of D-Day this summer with the Kinks. How was that? Was that cool?
That was amazing because, you know, the Second World War is becoming further and further away, and we are forgetting what was done by humanity to other human beings during the Second World War. And the young especially, and that's why I love the film that I'm here to talk about, because it is reminding young people of what actually happened. But to meet, and now, you know, we're losing that generation of incredibly brave young men and women who went to war in the Second World War. And some of the very last remaining people were at that celebration. So it was very, very moving to share a stage with those people who'd actually experienced what they'd experienced. And also it was, you know, it was beautifully done. There were a lot of military bands and aeroplanes flying by, and so it was a great thing to be a part of. Yeah,
that's it. So last time you were here, I have to bring this up because you're Dame Helen Mirren, and we had green beer, and I think that's cool. But I heard this time,
St. Patrick's Day, wasn't it?
It was, but you've discovered a new drink that I need to know about.
Yes, I'm going to introduce you. You introduce me to green beer.
You're welcome.
I'm going to introduce you to a cocktail.
Okay. Oh, what's in it? This is amazing. Okay, what is this? What's it called?
Now, the name of this cocktail is called a Helen Mirren.
I'm gonna toast to that.
And I'm so sorry to curse on American television.
Me too.
But that is its name. Good. It comes from a bar in New Orleans called Pal's Lounge.
Yeah.
And this bar was originally owned and opened by my stepson, Rio Hackford. And the lovely bar people named a drink after me, and they called it the Helen Mirren, which is...
We got it twice. I love that. So we actually have the bartender in the background of that photo with Dame Helen and the creator of the drink on the line. What's up, y'all? Hello, can you introduce yourselves in this lovely drink?
Hi. I'm Laura, and this is Charla, and what we're drinking is the Helen Mirren. And this is made with a Darjeeling liqueur, Earl Grey tea, vodka, lemon, habanero, and honey. And when we were deciding what we're going to call it, we just thought, well, it's spicy and it's British. So the spiciest British person we could think of is obviously Dame Helen Mirren. So there you have it. When I first created it, somebody sent her over to me against my wishes. She said to me, she says, I've just had your cocktail and it's positively lethal, which is definitely a pinnacle for me personally. So that's that.
And it is delicious. I absolutely love it. It's great.
It is so good. So Carla, that's you in the background, right, of Helen's photo?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's me in the background. And
yeah,
when
that's
she posted
right.
That, it really blew up to the point where my parents saw it. My father posted on a comment on it. And Helen went out of her way to DM my father and tell him that I was doing a good job and he should be proud of me. And I think in that moment, she did more for me than she could ever know. And I just wanted to thank you for that kindness, Helen.
Oh, well,
that's
easy.
so nice.
Easy, thank you.
I mean, I'm going to be real with you.
I have to
one
say,
of these, and she was probably DMing everyone.
it's a great bar, Pal's Lounge.
You go there, is it the Jazz Festival? Is that
We
where
go to the Jazz Festival. We spent a lot of time in New Orleans. It's kind of our second American home, really. I love the town, love the city, love Pal's Lounge. It's the best bar in New Orleans.
And it's a damn good drink. It's really good. Thank y'all so much for joining us.
We wanted to propose it too.
All right, let's get to some commercials. Alex is helping us out.
Hi, Kelly. Dame Helen, you were in the Royal Shakespeare Company, and that is incredible. Well, I'm the founder of Soho Shakespeare Company here in New York City. Like you, I believe that all young people should experience the language of Shakespeare in a way that brings it to life for them. In the words of the bard, brevity is the soul of wit. Stay here. Kelly has more with Dame Helen after this.
We are back with Dame Helen Mirren. Give it up, everybody. That was a look at her new film, White Bird. It hits theaters tomorrow. I'm gonna get to this incredible film, but before that, we were talking the break. Like, can you please share something tragic happened with your family?
But quickly share, because we were talking about Pal's Lounge, and that bar in New Orleans was opened by my stepson. Well, I lost my stepson to cancer about 2 years ago. He had a very rare form of cancer called ocular cancer, and it's a melanoma that grows in the back of your eye. And the reason I'm telling you this is it's very, very important to get your eyes checked twice a year, if possible. I know your eyesight doesn't change sometimes, and you think, why do I need to get my eyes checked? My eyes, my glasses work, my eyesight hasn't changed. That's not the point. The point is to check the health of your eye and what's happening in the back of your eye. And if my stepson, whose eyesight hadn't changed, so he hadn't had his eyes tested for like 10 years, and because of that, the melanoma all that time was growing, and it's what killed him. So I
could have caught it.
Oh, if you catch it, you can do something about it. So please tell all of your family, please get your eyes checked twice a year. That's all I need to say. Thank you.
Yeah. No, that's very important. I want to get to this movie. I was telling you the break. I feel like this movie should be shown in schools, especially not just to teach about what happened in the war, but also to teach children what kindness looks like and what evil looks like. It's such an amazing movie. But tell us more about the movie and why you signed on to do it.
Well, I signed on for that very reason that you just described, actually. It's not just kindness, it's the courage of kindness.
Yeah.
It's the courage to be kind and thoughtful and humane when the rest of the world around you is going in the opposite direction. Yeah. And it's so easy to slip into being judgmental, and judgmental becomes cruel, cruel becomes vicious, and we end up with what happened to the Jewish people in the Second World War. And many other types of people, incidentally, in the Second World War. It's so easy to demonize people. We can slip into that trap so quickly, and we're seeing that happen a lot nowadays, aren't we?
Yeah.
The easy demonization of people.
No, it's a very important film to see right now because of that.
So it's about having the courage to stand up against that sort of slide. And it does come through kindness and thoughtfulness. It's such a simple thing, really. Yeah. But it takes courage.
Yeah, Ariella Glazer, plays a younger you. You loved her performance. I loved her. I have children. To put a child in those shoes and to understand that story and the weight of the story, she does an incredible job.
She does, both of them, all the young actors.
Yeah.
Bryce, who I played opposite, who was the older boy, was absolutely wonderful. The young actors. I love working with the young actors because they teach me. I sit and watch them in awe and go, okay, I'm going to learn from you.
You're ever a student. That's so beautiful.
Yes,
I think we all should always be.
Yeah.
There was a quote that your character told her grandson. I hope I'm getting this right. I thought it was worth sharing because it's simple, but it's when kindness can cost you your life, it becomes like a miracle. And I think that is so powerful because it's harder to stand up you know, against something that, especially in this time, they could have been killed easily.
Yes. Oh,
so to,
yes,
to be
absolutely.
kind and have that kind of courage is remarkable. It is a
Yes.
miracle. I loved that line. Do you feel that kindness isn't always easy now, like today?
No, as I said, it takes courage. Kindness takes courage sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, if you see someone being abused in a supermarket or on the subway, you know, and you're sitting there thinking, oh, I don't want to get involved. I don't want to get involved, you know. But one should get involved. One should stand up.
Yeah, because that domino effect is going to hit you at some point. Like, it's going to impact you at some point. So you also have a movie coming to Netflix, right?
Well, we've just finished it, the Thursday Murder Club, yes.
Okay, tell me about
Yes.
this cast is incredible too.
No, it is amazing. That's us with Steven Spielberg was our executive producer.
Yeah.
And our
Never
wonderful-
heard of him. Just don't even.
And our wonderful director, Chris Columbus, who did the first 2 Harry Potters. He did Home Alone.
Yeah.
He's got an incredible resume.
Yeah.
A wonderful director. It was so much fun. We had such a good time.
And what's that about?
Well, it's based on very successful books called The Thursday Murder Club, which is about a group of older people who live in one of those sort of nice residential type homes, and instead of doing jigsaw puzzles or, you know, they decide they create a murder club which is investigating cold cases, and they've all had substantial past. You know, my character, for example, was probably in MI5.
Yeah.
She's a retired, you know, MI5
Yes.
spy master, and you know, we have a retired psychologist. So they've all had substantial past, and they want to do something with their life, and so they create this cold case sort of murder club. It's very funny and it's great.
Is that crazy to go from, because Whitebird is such a different topic and a different environment. Like, how close are these projects when you're shooting? Because that's like a completely different.
Oh, sometimes it's a
Emotional
week
state.
in between, you know.
Oh, my
Sometimes it's really quick, so...
Maybe it's good because it pulls you out if it's like
Yeah,
heavy.
it's just, I don't know, the minute. It's a lot to do with costume and makeup and all of that, and you get all of that on and phew, you're transformed. I don't know, it just
Well,
happens.
you are not. That doesn't happen to all of us. I can't put a costume on and be Helen Mirren. I don't have that level of acting. But
I'll give you the bag.
Okay. Nice callback. Nice. I mentioned earlier that Dame Helen was a member of the Royal Shakespeare Academy. Well, today also happens to be National Poetry Day. So I understand that you prepared a sonnet for the occasion, right?
Yes, a very well-known sonnet.
Okay.
Very well-known.
I think
Which
we
I-
have it. Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. Thank you, Sal. Thank you.
You'll all recognise
Here's
this.
the most cultured our show has ever been. Dame Helen Mirren and William Shakespeare. Here we go.
You'll recognise this sonnet from the first line. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dimmed, and every fair from fair sometime declines. By chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou owest, nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. So long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this, the sonnet, gives life to thee.
Can I see that? Can I see that? Okay, fine. Shall I compare thee to... ma'am, oh my God, it's such a gift. It really is. You are magical. I hear that you have a poem also that's meaningful to you, like that's very special for you right now, right?
Yes, there is a beautiful poem that I only very recently read about love. And this was written by a poet, Marcellus Williams, who is, as some of you may know, was executed last week. At last, another's heartbeat the silhouettes of their bond visible still in the last glow of the sun. They experience each other and the life of the night as it begins to stir, standing there in silence, holding hands. No rush to go back inside. There is so much beauty and comfort in being in love and just being amidst sounds of buzzing, chirps, crickets, the pleasant but irregular blowing of the wind. Fireflies dancing in step with the light of the moon. How strange it is to become aware of another's heartbeat, but forget one's own. Finally, love. That makes me cry.
Oh my gosh, I don't have any.
Thank you. Thank you.
So beautiful.
I think that's one of the most beautiful poems about love I've ever read. It's so simple and yet so true. We've all been there, haven't we? Hopefully, anyone who's been in love, standing there hand in hand with the person
Forgetting
you love.
one's own heartbeat. That,
Yes,
I love that
absolutely beautiful. And this is a man who was on death row for many, many years. I mean, extraordinary. That, you know, the light of humanity, the light.
Yeah.
And there it is shining out, isn't it? The light of humanity.
And from the dark. On death
from
row.
the dark.
Yeah. It was beautiful. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. Dame Helen Mirren, everybody. Beautiful. Her new movie, which is incredible, is called White Bird. It's in theaters tomorrow. Please go see it. Take your kids. And you can also see Helen in the Thursday Murder Club coming to Netflix next year, which sounds really good as well.